My name is Rob Snook, and I'm a sports broadcaster who's had the pleasure of reporting on Olympic and Paralympic Games, as well as many other championships and many different sports. Before my broadcasting career, a long time ago, but I was a Paralympic athlete. And these days, I also sit on the board of directors of ParaSport Ontario and have attended the Para-Pro-Am golf event, which is a great event, really fun and really interesting. And speaking of golf, Tess Trojan is from St. Catharines, Ontario. She's a provincial, a national, and international champion in golf. And her resume includes a gold medal at the World Games in Abu Dhabi. Some of her biggest wins have been at Special Olympic events, while others have been at events such as the Canadian All Abilities Championship. And we're really looking forward to talking with Tess today. And many of us have seen a great video of PGA golfer Gary Woodland playing alongside a very talented, very confident young woman named Amy Bockerstette at the Phoenix Open a few years back. And Gary was the defending champion at the event, and he asked Amy to play the famous stadium hole with him in front of a big crowd, all mic'd up for sound. And if you see the video, you'll see Gary ask Amy each time if she wants to hit the next shot, and she says yes. And then she says, "I got this." And did she ever? She went on to par the hole to the delight of the crowd. And we're also excited to have Amy with us today. Before we get to the golfers, let's take a look at this introduction from Tess, which will bring us up to speed on Amy and the Amy Bockerstette I Got This Foundation.
Hi, I'm Tess Trojan, ambassador for ParaSport Ontario, Special Olympics, and inclusive golf. I was honored to be included on the organizing team for the 2022 ParaSport Ontario Para-Pro-Am golf event. I mentioned a friend of mine, Amy Bockerstette. You might have heard of her. She became famous when she parred the well-known stadium hole in Arizona, playing alongside Gary Woodland. That's when we came up with the idea of an interview with Amy, done especially for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Now I'd like to welcome Amy. Amy, most of us have watched the video and seen the amazing job you did that day with Gary Woodland. If you think back about that, playing in that tournament, what was the great memory? What do you remember the most about it?
It was so exciting to Gary. On the 16th hole, Gary was so nice. The crowd cheering for me. It was so much fun.
And I understand that your golf life is pretty busy these days. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
I am the first person with Down syndrome to receive an athletic scholarship to attend college. The past 4 years, I have been playing golf in college. I got Paradise Valley Community College.
Wow, that is awesome. And how are things going in college golf for you? How have they gone?
It was good. My college golf season is done, actually. It was fun. I do miss them.
So now there's the Amy Bockerstette I Got This Foundation. What makes you the happiest about the foundation and the work that it does?
We started the I Got This Foundation on my 21st birthday is to pay it forward. So we started the I Got This Golf Academy to teach people with disabilities, other people, how to play golf.
So Amy was introduced to us by international television, but the personal connection to the Para-Pro-Am was made by Tess Trojan. And Tess is an international golf phenom in her own right. And the past 3 years, she's become a ParaSport Ontario ambassador, attends events and uses her skills and her persuasive personality to level the playing field and make golf more inviting and inclusive. So welcome, Tess. Glad to have you here today.
No, it's been great. Thanks, Rob, for having me on this call today. It's great to be here with you and Amy. I'm happy to represent ParaSport and introduce you to Amy.
Well, and we're thrilled about that as well. And I hear, Tess, that you're joining us from Ireland. So what is happening in Ireland right now?
I'm in Ireland on vacation for 3 weeks and sightseeing. And I'll be seeing the script in David Gray in concert and hopefully playing some golf as well. We hiked 11 kilometers during the Gap of Dunlow and then came back on an open boat 1 hour and a half in the rain yesterday and drove the Dingle Peninsula.
Oh, wow. So you said you hope you'll be playing some golf. I'm sure you brought your clubs with you, didn't you?
Actually, no. I'm going to have to rent golf clubs here. And maybe I get to connect with Amy again. It's great to see you.
Well, that's it. Through the technology of Workbay, we can bring Tess and Amy and me together, 3 different people in 3 different countries, and share a few thoughts on the great game of golf and how it breaks down barriers and builds stronger communities where everybody can play together. And so, Amy, I want to ask you about that. How does golf help bring together people and maybe break down barriers in our society?
I like meeting new people. I made new friends.
And how much does golf challenge you, to be better, to be a better person, better golfer?
I am good golfer.
I have played with you in a couple of golf tournaments, Amy. You're really good.
Thank you, Tess.
Mm-hmm. Tess, what would you say? What is it about golf that helps, bring people together instead of pulling them apart?
You know what? It's a great sport to have everyone together. And you're outside. Everyone enjoys it. Everyone has fun. It's definitely a learning curve. But you got to have patience for the game. No one is torn apart. No one, I won't even say that. It's just great for everyone to be out and just being together and you're with friends and it's fun.
And Tess, when you're playing, are you challenging yourself more or are you challenging the people you're playing more?
It's more challenging myself because I'm always wanting to improve. If it's playing recreationally, I guess I want to improve. When it comes to competition, that's a whole different ball game.
Amy, sometimes in golf, we make bad shots. Sometimes we even have a bad round of golf. Do you think that there's a way that can help us to become better people in a way?
Yes. First of all, I am very good shots.
Yeah, you do. Do you ever have a bad shot? And how do you get over that? How do you get to the next one if you do ever have a mistake and make a bad shot?
Well, I don't think so. I do like the sand so much. I did yell the sand over the trees.
That's probably when you say, I got this, right?
Yeah, I got this.
I got this is a good thing to say, Amy. I like that.
Thank you. Thanks, Tess.
Tess, what would you say? What's your advice to someone, who's never dared to try golf before?
I think it's more just getting out and practicing, really. If you're not familiar with the game, maybe if someone in your family, or a friend has done it before, to get you out there, to get you to practice, to get just a way to open you up and just trying the game of golf is just amazing.
And what would you say, Tess, what's the best advice anyone ever gave you on a golf course?
For me, really, it's watching the PGA pros. They don't technically give me any advice, but watching them, I do my best, but not to emulate, but how they have their composure from the golf course and their mental toughness, which is I always practice all the time with golf.
And Amy, what about you? Who do you really learn from in golf? Who are the people that have taught you the game and help you to get better and better and better? Because we know you're good already.
Yes, so game of golf was done at Hamburg. My coach, my head coach, 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. Saturday is putting, and we have so much fun in common.
And it's all about practice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll say now that COVID is near the end, Amy, and hopefully we get to be golfing together soon in international tournaments.
Yes. I love that.
And me too.
I bet the two of you would have a great round of golf together. You'd have a lot of fun, wouldn't you?
Well, it'd be a lot of fun golfing with Amy.
Yeah, so was my dad.
Well, I want to thank you both so much for taking time out of your day, and I know you're busy, and I hope that the sun shines on your next round of golf, and even if it doesn't, there's lots of birdies and lots of eagles and maybe even lots of holes in one. So thank you both again for doing this, and thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce Bernie Gluckstein, the co-chair of the Para-Pro-Am, to make a very special announcement.
Tess, Amy, and Rob, the three of you have made a great contribution of assisting people with disabilities through sport. As co-chair of this year's Para-Pro-Am golf tournament, I'm pleased to announce our monetary contribution to the development of the first I Got This golf camp here in Ontario, Canada. Tess, you are the poster person in showing how persons with a disability are able, through sport, to reintegrate themselves back into the community. And I especially want to thank you for introducing us to amazing Amy. Tess, we look forward to seeing you on July 28th at this year's tournament at Lebovic Golf Course. Amy, we would really be honored if at all possible, you too could attend.